sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Ready. Ready. 33. Yellow. Ready.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And now Love going to change things up. They'll go again with Hall. And right away, he lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 10 flat, 22 meters.
No. Come on.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Let's go now. Right. 97. Black foot. Red. Yellow. Ready.
Play action this time with Love. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 40 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
They felt much more like, hey, we're backing off, just running a few drills on the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. Here's the former Seminole. And he's got some space here. He's on his way. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. You talk about rookies having big statistical years. He had a boatload of these in the regular season, more than one per game, and now he has his first here in the playoffs.
And it shows off his big playability, too, because we saw this quite a bit in college, and it certainly continued here at the next level. Another explosive play for a guy who's made them all season long.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw now. Here's Love. There's Hall bringing in another one. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Blue 32.
Love, he's going to change the play here.
52. Black Ultra. Ready?
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he couldn't get it to check off. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play.
And now the rookie's free. He's on his way. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. this opening quarter. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Raiders 14, Steelers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Steelers.
Ball want to give up the middle. And a very elusive run as he'll wind up getting about 9 on that one.
Any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Three, set, ready.
Here's Hall again. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here we go. 52 blaster. Ready.
Off the play fake, Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Offense is moving a little bit back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try not to stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10.
43 well. Ready.
On play action. Love to throw.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Ready.
Love looking to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
20-yard line.
seconds in this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. They find some open field here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Jeanty. And some room to work. Now inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ashton Jeanty, 55 yards. And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Fans of old school football, they got to be loving this partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Oh, that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that was open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Love wants to shift things around.
52.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And he's got room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 62 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Ready. 33. Come on, 38. Yellow.
Here's the give up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And it brings up 3rd.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Pittsburgh.
Love now. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it will be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. In this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. Takes this to the 27, giving 4 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Price. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. The 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Raiders continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Well, that's a good-looking rookie right there. I love how he let the play set up and then showed that explosiveness that I saw on tape in college. Remember I showed you the clip of what he was doing and setting up blocks, and then he would just go? We saw it on that play right there. That one was fun to watch.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before and get back to it.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Ready. 33, yellow.
And now Love going to change things up.
Roll, 52. Watch out now, 52.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
He dumps this one off near the hole.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
Bravo 80. Cougar 19.
Now Price from the gun, he'll throw.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
On first down, it's Genty.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Go street. 18 Cardinal, ain't Panther 11, Panther 11.
Back to throw. Price.
Short throw caught by Bowers.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Second and a couple.
70 Lions.
Looking to throw. Price. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Genty. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back to throw. Price. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. Go.
Looking to throw. Price. And it's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this 1st half.
Steelers 7.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And it'll end there as he goes out of bounds, but a heck of a return all the way inside the opposite 40. With the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
One thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material.
They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 3.
keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 244 yards. Rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Up the middle, it's Genty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty, the second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Some momentum, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. They're pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Raiders 42, Steelers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Let's go now. Red, 38.
Love, they go play action now. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
6, mega. Here, red, yellow. Ready?
Play fake. Here's Love. To the right side and complete to Washington. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
45, White. Check, huh?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
First down, Steelers.
Striker, let's go.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's going.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing, Love. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Love. Able to find the open man. That's That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards on the play.
23 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Now Love. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I'm sure that was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup.
60 red.
Going back to Love. And check down complete to Hall. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line.
It's a gain of 11. It's another Steelers first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Third quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Love, he's going to change the play here. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Working out of the gun. Love. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Washington. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Steelers 14.
Get your money, y'all. I put money down on all of us, on my people now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The Spears with another carry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And some room to run now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I don't know about you, partner, but I just came out of my chair. Big-time run right there, and all of a sudden I realized...
Didn't reach the chains, did he?
How do you go that far? Create that type of an explosive play that'll be a check and a plus on every grade sheet and still not get a first down.
Yeah, they had put themselves in a bad spot, but a big gain, that helps. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Off-play action. Price. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Donovan Ezraku drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Okay, ready? Fight. 97. There. Ready?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
But now he appears to be in some pain. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Another run, this time McCaffrey.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the... Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Yeah, they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a toss to Genty, headed right. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Genty, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Off the play fake. Montgomery going up top. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This pass out wide to Hall. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wilson snags it left side. So nothing doing there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Oh, and now some space to operate. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brady, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. We're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
You're not. I see.
60, clear. 19, Tiger, 19, 70, Timberwolf. Buffalo 18.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Now he's going to step up and run. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Price. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Hand off to Spears. And he'll be taken down here about the 11. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Spears. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
You see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
14.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing a partner. They do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
The Raiders are moving on. Thanks for watching, everybody, and so long.